130 minutes there, so that's 2 hours, 10 minutes. So that'll take us to 11:10. So hopefully there's not too much overlap.
What kind of event is on?
A graduation party?
Oh, so they're gonna be schlepping cake and,
No, they do not have a cake, yes. When you say schlepping, I'm thinking. The way you schlepp it.
We'll help with the
He's
tag.
retired now.
they will be carrying
Okay.
graduation items.
Because the showboat is such an important thing for the Riverwalk, would it be too much to ask if before the stage you turn your people out, bring them up Monroe here, and then head
So
down?
we did think about that as well. The biggest concern, I think Chief Hirsch brought this up, was this corner is really tight, getting bikes around this corner here, turning in from traffic coming from the east. I think I don't love that solution. And we have the parking spaces on the bridge, on the north side of the bridge. They're gonna be blocked off, so we can just turn right on there, don't have to worry about the cars right there. But again, if we just limit anything around that block and corner, I think there's plenty of space for the Riverwalk itself. I just want there to be knowledge of the event. And so
Go ahead.
so I've been going around and leaving little snippets of, or flyers, whatever you want to call them, for people along the route of the triathlon too, just to let everyone that is along the route know that this is an event that's going on. Please cheer us on, but also please know that, safety is a top priority, so adjust accordingly if you can.
Your riders won't be going down our sidewalks, correct?
That's
You'll be out
correct.
on Main Street?
Correct.
How many participants again?
Right now we are at 65, I believe.
Oh, so you're talking about 65 bikes at the moment.
It's gonna happen pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
And you have both divisions running at the same time?
Correct. Yep.
So you'll have a half hour overlap?
I'm good.
No. All right.
He's
Any,
the president of the show.
Well, I'll see you Tuesday. I'll make sure you're.
any other questions for Grant?
Now with that, I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve that as presented.
I'll support. Any other discussion? Sue?
Councilmember Yankovic,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Groves,
Yes.
Mayor DeVore,
Yes.
Councilmember Salzweedl.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Grant. Yep. Dan, you're up. Facility and janitorial cleaning services.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Well, beginning of May, I received notice from our cleaning personnel that they were going to retire at the end of May. They've been doing our cleaning, I think it's husband and wife, they've been doing it for many, many years. About 2 years ago, they also picked up the library cleaning when that person left us. So they've been doing a good job, and they decided they're going to retire, and so we scrambled around trying to get a new janitorial service. So we quickly put together some bid specifications by discussing with all the affected departments. This would be City Hall, the police station, and Englehart Library, and the DPW building. We sat down, put together a bid specification, and to cover all the aspects of the daily cleaning. Basically, it's a 3-time-a-week process that we're still going to follow with. Bid specs were sent out to 8 cleaning companies and posted on the city's website. We also held a walkthrough of the facility so everybody can see what we're talking about. We received 2 bids for the work, one from Corporate Cleaning for $585 a week, and the other from AIM Cleaning from Alto for $1,205. We reviewed the bid and discussed our cleaning concerns with Corporate Cleaning. They clean other businesses in our area, and they're contemplating utilizing some current staff that they have to start with to come to our building. They also propose adding a weekly total building disinfection service at the library for no extra charge. It was in their proposal. I did call 2 of their references that were listed, and both gave good references as far as being good at what they do, timely with any concerns, and follow-up they appreciated. So knowing those things, thought their bid looked fair. They also provided to us an additional bid proposal for extra cleaning. This would be deep cleaning of the carpets and of the hard floors, stripping of the wax and re-waxing, These are items to help this building shine and last longer that we have not been doing the last few years. And I have had several employees ask if they can get the carpets cleaned. I even had one employee offering to bring her carpet cleaner from home. So this is something that's needed, and looking at the prices on that part, it seemed fair as well. Each department gets charged for this work currently, and that would continue. Previous cleaning services for a week was about $420. I would recommend that we approve the bid for both proposal A and for proposal B. Harry Kobreck from Corporate Cleaning Services is here if you have any questions for him. And,
Can I ask why there's such a $620? Seems like a pretty big discrepancy.
between the two bids?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
because even at the $40,942, with the additional cleaning that we need, it's still $12,000 a year cheaper than,
Yeah, I don't know why it's second bid, but, and then why too, I sent out 8, I think 5 people showed up for the walkthrough.
two bids. Crazy. Wow.
I felt pretty good that we were going from a individual doing the work to a corporate company coming in with more things to offer, and the price, while it went up, is exorbitantly high in my opinion. And it's something that we need to keep our community, our building looking good. We got a lot of money invested in
I agree.
our facilities, and it's nice to have a clean facility when you walk in the door.
Okay. Any other questions for Dan? Or corporate cleaning services? All right, motion to approve bid A and, or sorry, proposal A and proposal B from them.
I'll make that motion to support it.
I'll support. Any other discussion? Sue?
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Groves,
Yes.
Mayor DeVore,
Yes.
Councilmember Salzweedl,
Yes.
Councilmember Yankovic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thanks, Dan. All right, board and commission reports, Cliff.
Nothing.
Jim?
We had Arbor Board today, and thank you, Dan, and Perry was there, and the young lady from Williams that worked from there. We gave our last changes to the new ordinance for the tree, and once that gets done, it'll be given to Dan and Mike for approval, and it'll go over to Jessica for review, and then hopefully sometime in early July, it comes to us for approval. So it was a good meeting.
Cool.
And we are, I did tell you that.
Yeah, it's off the
Yep.
list already.
Yep. So we'll meet on what we can replace the other two.
Perfect.
So that's it.
Leah?
I've got nothing.
Mike?
Mine is Monday. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I have TDA and Fire Authority Thursday, right? Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, then Thursday.
You're supposed to know these things.
I knew it was a Thursday. All right, city manager's report. I was on number 10.
Oh.
But you can if you want.
Okay.
I haven't talked to everybody.
Okay, so, real quick, just Lou Better got moved from next Monday to Monday, July 26th. I just have to confirm that at the firehouse still.
I can do that Thursday at
Yeah.
the Fire Authority.
June 26th.
I'm sorry, yes. So there's that. Unfortunately, today, we had to reinstitute the water restrictions that we had in place last year. The plant over the last couple of days was ranging anywhere between 1.2 million gallons per day and 1.5 million gallons a day, which is the plant's maximum capability. We thought, last week we looked at this and we thought our staffing wasn't going to be an issue with pumping, which kind of was last year, and we also had, with the installation of the pumps at the Northwest Station, we thought maybe that would help. And the fact of the matter is with the drought conditions that we're in right now, along with just the continued growth in the township, the plant needs to expand. There's just bottom line, it needs to expand. And need to be done to harm the city of Lowell's ratepayer the least, because the city doesn't need it.
I really think we've approached the point where it's time for them to make a decision and stick to that decision.
I agree.
The odd even restrictions has nothing to do with anything we're doing,
No.
or our residents or our ratepayers are doing.
No.
And it's been dragging on now for the better part of 3 years. What we're gonna do, we've changed the board over to try to get some resolution. We've consulted attorneys to try to get some resolution, and it's always, and then not I'm not blaming.
No, I agree.
I'm just saying, our residents and ratepayers now, for the second year in a row, are being punished for something that they have no control over.
Right, and.
And these expansions are not something we need.
No.
So it's
And
time to
unfortunately,
decide or move on.
And unfortunately, the way the agreement with the township was written, which was written in 1987, says that if we have to put a restriction in the township, we have to follow it as well. The agreement is what it is, and we have to follow it.
Are we given a little leeway for people that just seeded?
So we did that last year, and I would be, as long as that is communicated to us, we would work with the township on that. I would have no.
Not the township, I just planted some new seeds, and it's just coming alive, and it says
Let me-
water.
let-
It's
let
not
me-
huge, I'm not watering my whole yard, just a couple of small
Let me know.
patch areas. Yes.
But I mean, if someone approached the city in that situation, I mean, we came across it, and someone was
Yeah.
seeding, that's not the intent here.
Can we put the trail cam on something?
Why don't we just put a flock camera up there, and you get all of the best and best.
But, I did send out the notices today, I did an interview with One TV, and the township's been notified, and so, the only thing is last year, people were pretty good about following it. It's a Band-Aid solution, it is not the solution, but unfortunately, we have to do it again.
Well, it's a lot, it'll be easier to follow once we get a rain or two.
Yeah.
The fact that everything is, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully about a week, so. If you look across the street, Monroe started today. Very happy about that. They're mobilizing, they'll probably start really beginning work on Wednesday. They will not mill the north side until they're done with the south side. So, just so people don't have to sit for 16 days if their road not nothing being done on their street, just kind of it helps things. We should be going out for Grindle and Shepherd later this week. We're working, I think Williams Works and Dan are finalizing one item tomorrow, and then hopefully that'll be ready to go out for bid. We have one item we have to clear up with USDA, get that application in for Washington. So I know Jessica and Katie from Williams Works are working on that. And then at the next council meeting, Teresa Munt and Cody Chambers, representing the Rotary, are going to come talk to you about their ideas and plans for the restoration or for the rebuild of the Creekside Kingdom, which is definitely needed. So
Yeah.
that's all I have.
All right, any questions for Mike?
No, I have one for Dan.
Yes, sir.
Our Chatterbump new asphalt road up there,
Yes.
are they gonna ever come back?
They're supposed to come back, they wanted to come back and do some stuff to it, and the engineers told them, no, we're gonna do it right, so they're waiting for them to come back with their mixed, last I heard, they were waiting on their mixed designs and getting it going, and I would suspect that to be done sometime this month.
So can we mill it off?
They're gonna mill off the top inch and pave over it, yes. They just wanted to do some other stuff that the
At no
engineers.
cost to us,
At
correct?
no cost to us, that's
There we go.
correct. We already paid for it.
And really eliminating all the asphalt off from Monroe and leaving it gravel would probably be nicer to drive down.
They probably
It'd be pretty dusty.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty dusty.
It affects me, so.
You know, dusty.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's just gonna go a block west,
That's
so
all I
go
have.
block east. Right in your yard.
Yeah. For all the pollen and leaves go.
Any other questions for Mike? I don't have anything for appointments.
Yes, you do.
No, again, that,
I'm literally looking at one.
What's that?
Andrew Lowell Airport Board.
Uh-oh.
but all these vacancies are currently serving, I can't appoint somebody
If there's no opening.
if there's no opening. Okay,
Sure, you can. I thought we had an opening.
no, I reached out, but I haven't heard back.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't have anything. Council comments, Cliff?
Nope.
Jim?
I want to thank Cliff and Marty and Liz Baker and, oh, you give her name. Yeah, Martha was there and we did a nice thing over at DPW, so Marty, thank you for all your hard work putting that together. It was a good turnout and I think the guys appreciated it, so, good job.
Marty made us get up at dark 30.
It was early.
Al,
Yeah.
I do it daily.
You're waiting for an apology, it's gonna be a long meeting. Martin?
I'd like to thank everybody that came to help with that DPW dinner, or breakfast. And I'd like to, I hope I remember Cliff and help me out. Our sponsors that,
Oh, boy.
it's always amazing when, some of you know, I've put together some events. I do the Light and Power, I've done Pink Arrow, and I've done quite a few of these big events. And it always is amazing to me when I reach out to local businesses, they're like, what do you need? It's yours, don't, King Milling, King Milling doesn't like to be thanked publicly. They like to do things in the background, but I'd like to take this time to thank them. King Milling picked up the tab for all the paper products, all the meat, everything, the milk, the juice, everything for us that morning. We had some people that donated gifts that we ended up giving away. The Chamber of Commerce donated some Lowell bucks. My friend Cliff donated some Lowell bucks, and everybody got, what, $20?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Keep it under 10.
So everybody got that. And it was a custom made ordered breakfast, so whatever you wanted, that's what we made you right then and there, so it was a lot of fun.
Marty's Egg McMuffins kicked the snot out of, what's that place called?
McDowell's.
Even the city manager got a special cheese and eggs.
Yeah, my favorite.
Well, cheese should go on eggs. I'll die on that hill.
And one more thing I want to say is I appreciate Leah stepping up and saying what she says. It's not easy sitting here and facing people that are thinking that we're constantly doing bad or good. Either way, it doesn't matter. Leah invests a lot of time in helping. She has a very good care of how the community is moving forward. And I told her when we got here, go for it. I got her back, and I'll always have her back. So if you don't think she's doing a good job, well,
You're wrong.
you're wrong, and I'll have that discussion any day with anybody. Hey, guess what? You're up.
That's embarrassing.
You're up.
Yikes. I wanted to sort of wear half of my work hat and half of my city hat. I recently took a position with Flat River Outreach Ministries, and I reached out to Lowell Fire Department and DPW to help us disperse and then collect our food fight barrels, and they jumped in, no problems, got the job done. It's usually a task that takes volunteers up to 2 weeks to gather all of those big barrels and collect that food. They got it done in like 3 hours. It literally eliminated weeks of work for us. So thank you to the fire department and DPW. That was all.
Okay. I would like to second everything Marty said about Leah. I didn't disagree with a single thing she said, but I couldn't have done that. So I have a lot of respect for her and the job she does. I have a lot of appreciation for everybody on this council. I think overall, I think we do an amazing job. And you maybe only hear from people when they're upset about something, but I find that in this community, you hear a lot of the good too. So, I think we're focusing on what people want us to focus on. We've done more on city streets than any council, at least since I've been here. We've done more on pension reform than any council I've been on. We've done more on being progressive and being welcoming. And I'm very proud of the work we do and the job that we all do. So, Jim.
With that, make a motion to adjourn at 8:08.
I'll support it.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, can stay.